Howdy guys, welcome back to Narrow Rails and Mountain Trails. Well, snow was in the forecast for western North Carolina, which means the time of year where it is best to be hiking waterfalls is coming to an end for 2025. And I figured, since this might be the last waterfall I get to hike of the year, I'd take y'all along with me. So today we're going out to the Cascade Falls on the Blue Ridge Parkway, part of Jeffries Park, over near Boone. So come along with me and we're going to have a good time. Now, of course, one thing that I did notice and something to keep in mind on all trails on the Blue Ridge Parkway, especially with the ongoing government shutdown, is that, the restrooms are closed and a lot of the Hurricane Helene damage is still going to be sitting around. So that is one thing to keep in mind if you decide to head out. None of the restrooms or anything like that are going to be open. So make sure you go ahead and you take care of that business before you start out on the trail. Now, the really convenient thing about this trail, like some others on the Blue Ridge Parkway, is this is actually a loop trail. So you'll start out on one leg of the loop and you'll come around the other way. And by coincidence, I actually started out going on the right end of the loop this time. Steep going down, easy going up. So my personal recommendation, unless you want to be mountain goating it, I would take the right trail on the loop circuit. Now, also, something to keep in mind is that this trail does connect with the Mountain to Sea Trail, so make sure you're paying attention to the signs along the route, because Lord knows you don't want to start hiking to the ocean. Now, all over western North Carolina, on and off the Blue Ridge Parkway, you're still going to be running into Hurricane Helene damage. And so it's just one of those things where you got to be ready to duck, dodge, and maybe even climb over a few things. Now, the weather was absolutely perfect. The conditions were perfect to be taking some pictures. And as soon as I got my Nikon out and turned it on to take my first still shot, I realized I left my SD card at the house. So, almost everything I got was on cell phone. But it still turned out pretty good. As far as the trail itself, it's still got some places where you're walking on top of rocks, and there are some stone staircases that take you down the side of the mountain. So obviously, it's not going to be for everybody. There may be people in your family who aren't exactly mobily inclined, so you may just need to find another trail in the area if you have a group of people, maybe with some older folks who aren't quite as sure-footed. But for a family with young kids and a puppy dog, if you're out on the Blue Ridge Parkway and you want a good spot to stretch your legs, get some pretty pictures of the water, and some beautiful views of the Blue Ridge Mountains, this would be a great trail for you. Now, the situation being what it is, with hurricane damage and the shutdown and work not being done on the parkway right now, the path down to the bottom of the Cascades was unfortunately closed. which was kind of a bummer. I was really looking forward to getting to go to the bottom. Although, you know, you kind of just have to take it as it comes. Now, the hike back on the back side of the loop back to the road actually follows this creek the whole way back. So if you're a water bug like me, and you're perfectly content being near any body of water for a long period of time, it's still worth it to go make the full loop. Also on the return leg, there's lots of rhododendron all the way around, so I'm definitely going to be making this trip back over in May, whenever all the rhododendron are in bloom, and I'll be sure to bring my SD card this time. Now, I've got some more fun fall adventures to share with y'all, so if you enjoy these videos, be sure to leave me a like and a follow. I've also got upcoming trips to Dollywood that I'm going to take y'all for Christmas, and of course there will be plenty of Christmas videos coming up, and some more steam trains and ET and WNC railroad history videos, so be sure to leave me a like and a follow, and I'll see y'all next time.